So what to do if you accidentally released? Maybe you masturbated by accident, maybe you had sex, you know, maybe it was a wet dream. Here are some things to do if you accidentally released and you didn't really want to, and maybe you're starting to feel a little drained, you're starting to feel a little depressed, all right? Here are some things that I recommend. So the first thing is you don't want to dwell on it, okay? Releasing one time is not going to make that much of a difference. If you've been retaining for a long time and then you release, you are going to feel a little physically drained, maybe very physically drained. I mean, it depends. For me, sometimes it's really bad, and then other times it's not as bad. So that's going to vary depending on the individual. But you have to understand that one time, it's not going to take away the benefits. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to ruin anything. One time's not that big of a deal, but you do need to be careful that you don't fall back into the habit of masturbation and porn, because when you release, it's actually going to sort of ignite some sexual urges in you, especially if it felt really good. So you want to be very careful of that. So you don't want to dwell on it at all right? You want to just let it go. Just put it in the past, put it behind you. Don't think about it. I know it's going to feel like the world just ended and you feel very depressed. But don't even think about it. Just let it go. Move on with your day. It's one time is not going to make that much of a difference. All right. 2 is there are some supplements that you could take that really help a lot. You want to take a zinc supplement. You want to take Irish sea moss. You want to eat goji berries, and maca root is really good. Okay. I always use these things whenever I release. And the reason I'm doing this is because I accidentally released yesterday. And I felt really depressed for most, like kind of like really not depressed, but like just really drained. Like I really just had no energy. I wanted to do a bunch of shit yesterday and I didn't get a lot of it done. And I took all of these things, like I take these things on a regular basis actually. At least the zinc and the Irish sea moss I take every day. And then I'll usually do the maca root, and no, I do actually, I do all of these. I eat all of these things on a consistent basis, but if I accidentally release, I might up the dose a little bit. So yeah, so zinc, Irish sea moss, goji berries, and maca root. Okay, these are all really good. I got these from the YouTube channel Sexual Kung Fu, which I highly recommend his channel. He has a lot of good information on semen retention. I've been watching him for a couple years, and that's where I got the idea for this. Really, the zinc is the most important because you lose a lot of zinc when you release. And I think that's what kind of makes us feel drained. And the goji berries are really good because they increase our jing, which is what the Chinese call it, which is like our life force energy. They increase the jing in our body. So I usually take like a handful of goji berries every day, and I'll put links below to the stuff that I like to buy. Make sure that you're getting organic stuff, okay? Don't get anything with a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of fillers in it. Make sure you're getting get raw zinc, you know, the sea moss even. Make sure you read the ingredients and there's just what you need in there. Maybe like 1 or 2 other ingredients, but there shouldn't be a bunch of nonsense in there. The third thing is you want to get your body moving, all right? I know it's really hard when you feel really drained. You might feel depressed or whatever, low mood, low energy, but you really want to try to get your body moving. I highly suggest leaving the phone at home, going out for a walk in nature if that's a possibility, or at the very least, you know, try to go to the gym, try to go for a run, maybe try to go be near some water or something like that. You really want to get out of your head. You really want to get out. You want to push yourself to keep yourself moving because you don't want to, you know, like I mentioned with the first one, you don't want to sit around and dwell on it. And you want to try to get your testosterone going. So try to get the body moving. Do some yoga. Also, this isn't really to make the body move, but also do some deep breathing exercises. All right. I say this all the time. I recommend this in like every video. I can't recommend deep breathing enough. Try to get the breath going. Nice deep breaths, guys. Focus on the breath. This is really important. Most of us are taking very shallow breaths in our chest. We're not breathing the right way. Sorry, it's like 1,000 degrees over here in the Northeast. I can't even imagine if you guys are like living in the South America, like well, yeah, South America, and also just the southern United States. Like I can't even imagine how hot it is down there right now. I think that's pretty much it. So don't think about it. Don't dwell on it. One time's not going to make a difference. Take the supplements I listed: the zinc, the sea moss, the maca root, and the goji berries. Get your body moving. Go force yourself to lift some weights. Go for a run. Try not to sit and consume too much Netflix or any of that. You know, you want to try to just be active in some way, shape, or form. Just get out of the house. And yeah, number 4 is you know, do some meditating, do some really deep breathing, and also make sure you're eating foods that are really high in testosterone. You know, eat some steak, some chicken. I can't remember, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll list some foods below that'll be good for you. And yeah, that's it. This is just kind of off the top of my head right now, so if I'm missing anything, I apologize, but feel free to let me know below what you guys usually do when you do release. And if you have any suggestions, please put it below.